What's up, guys? Today I'm going to give my review of Vanguard's multiplayer after about a weekend of playing it. Let's not waste that much time. Here's my review. So, overall, game's outstanding. Have to say, best part is the maps. Maps like Dome, Daph's House, Demiansk, Red Star, and others are phenomenal. Red Star stands out as a sniper's paradise that is just so much fun to play in. And Daph's House is a phenomenal just cluster fire. And I love it for that. Shipment, a Modern Warfare standout, is supposedly coming out in like 9 or so days, and it'll turn up the map quality even farther. I love how some maps like Daph's House are classic 3-lane designs, while other maps aren't quite as linear. This is something I think could be worked on, and a little more complex maps here and there would really round out the lineup. Not all maps are amazing. Hotel Royale and Castle, among others, while they look fantastic, they're just miserable to play on. They just do not play well, especially with the spawns on Castle. The Hotel Royale's only fun to be had is on Patrol, as it doesn't become such a camper's paradise. Let's talk Patrol. It's honestly my favorite mode when I'm not just like trying to grind out camos or levels. If I just want to play COD, I'm picking Patrol. The campers, they just go away, and it's just so much fun to fight over the point, because that's where everyone is. But this also leads to the one issue I have with it, is that the spawns, like sometimes, especially on bigger maps, you feel like you just spawn so far away from the action that you just spend a lot of time running towards the point. And in a game that doesn't have that high of a TTK, having that much time running can really make some frustrating experiences where you feel like you run, get shot, and then run again. But it's still really good, but just fixing this would turn Patrol into basically a perfect game mode, as right now it's perfect. It's truly a masterpiece. In terms of other modes, your standard domination, your hardpoint, your S&D, your TDM, they return. Hopefully things like gun game and one in the chamber will be added soon enough. Pacing, which is a new feature, allows you to pick how chaotic the game will be, and I really enjoy how pacing works. You got like your standard, you got your bigger modes, and also another topic on modes. At least from the weekend I've played, the maps, not the maps, but the playlists have been changing nearly daily, which on one hand, it's really like nice to get some different playlists in there, but on the other hand, like with Daph's House, I'm recording this on Monday, but if it goes away on Tuesday, I want that Daph's House 24/7 to be in there for like a week. As I do think allowing us to vote on like what playlist we want would really help, but I like how it does it daily, but I also would like some permanent game modes that are like the best ones. Like Daph's House would be fantastic. Patrol, which it kind of isn't there with the filters. The bigger modes like the 24v24 it's out right now, ton of fun. But one other flaw I have with the modes is that you have to pick one or all of the pacings. Like when you're just going through quick filter, you're just going for standard multiplayer. You have to either pick like 6v6 and 8v8 and the bigger one, or you have to pick all, or to just pick one of them, which it's not that big of an issue. But if I don't want the bigger, like the really big mode, and I just want like some like the smaller ones, I have to pick which one I have to pick either one I want assault or tactical. But it's okay, honestly, it's not a massive thing. But the new mode this year is Champion Hill, which is pretty similar to gunfight tournaments. I like it quite a bit. It's kind of like if gunfight tournaments and Valorant's whole buy system, if they had a baby, it's pretty fun. The maps right now, they're lacking, right? Especially compared to gunfight, as there's only 4 of them, and none of them even sniff the quality of like a game show, a King, a Speedball, KGB, anything like that. All those other standout gunfight maps, like the missile one from Cold War. So I'm trying to think. King. Oh, I already mentioned King, didn't I? I did. I'm really smart. It's okay. But the point is, Champion Hill maps right now, not even close to this. Also, there's not really an incentive to get a ton of kills right now, while staying alive is the main objective. And I'm sure any of you who've played it so far can see this. The camping is unreal. Because it's the most effective strategy, and I don't blame people to do it. I do it sometimes too. It's just how you play. It's how the game was designed. It feels like that's what they're forcing you into, and that's really not good. It feels like it's got sponsored by like Cabela's or something. Like it's so bad. It feels like everyone just like a Eagle Scout in that game mode. How much camping there is. But so as of now, it's not quite as good as Gunfight, but I really do see the potential and think with some better maps, more maps, and maybe some incentives for kills, like, I don't know, 2 kills is another life, which I think would really help out. The game mode has a shot at being fantastic. I don't know if it'll match Gunfight, but it'll be really close. It'll be something new. I like it, but I don't think it'll quite match Gunfight or the other new mode, Patrol. Gunplay as a whole, movement and stuff, they're about the same as Modern Warfare. Movement seems to be a little improved, but gunplay is about the same. Modern Warfare had fantastic gunplay, so that's a strong suit of this game. The movement, again, stays amazing, and the gunsmith also stays fantastic. Perks are pretty much the same as last year, with some pretty minor tweaks. Wildcards do not return, but Overkill does, so you can have 2 primaries with that. The gunsmith still remains fantastic, shows numbers, how your gun is being adjusted with each attachment. Other thing I like about gunsmith is you can put 10 attachments on a gun. It's kind of like that Cold War, I think it was the Gunfighter wildcard. Yeah, it's Gunfighter. Where you can put 8 attachments on a gun, and in Vanguard you can put 10 without doing anything else. And they're pretty fun. There's like some new perks, some new ammo types that you can put on all your guns. It's quite amazing, honestly. Probably. The gunsmith right now is so much fun to customize your gun exactly how you want it. The mastery, in terms of camos, they all look pretty good. The mastery camos are fine. Gold still looks pretty good. Diamond looks pretty decent. And the Damascus of this year, Atomic, looks like a fruit roll-up. Like I saw that somewhere, I think it was on TikTok, and I just cannot get it out of my head. Gun does look like a fruit roll-up, and it's decent, I guess, but nothing special. Don't really want to grind for it, but I probably will end up grinding for it, maybe on stream. Let me know if you want to see that and how much pain I have to go through that combat shield. Streaks return right now as kill streaks. They're pretty fun. The flamethrower Juggy is a ton of fun, and it's not amazingly hard to get, but it's a ton of fun to use, and it's not too miserable to take out. The dogs come back. UAVs obviously are going to exist along with that personal radar. And my favorite part about the kill streaks right now is the animation of how cool they look. Like, they literally have like an old style like rotary phone. Like when you call in a UAV, you literally call it in. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. But while all I've talked about is really good, some bad parts of this game do exist. And here they are. First one is a team MVP system. I like the idea of being able to vote for who you think the best player on your team was, but a couple flaws. First of all, it takes forever. The intros, you can't back out or anything. You're just stuck there watching intros and voting, and it's just a long process. Another issue with Team MVP right now is it's not really Team MVP, because if you have the most time on objective or like hard point, or if you get the most captures or something, which capture still appears, but if you have the most time on a point at a hard point or domination and you're not getting nominated, which happens pretty often, you're not the real MVP. Also, there's like a statistic that's like most time near teammates, which that's just so not fun to see yourself up there like, oh, I sat by my team this whole game. That's not something you should be nominated for. So a couple ways to fix this. First of all, just rebalance how you get nominated more. Maybe they just go by score. I think that's a pretty fair way to do it. If you want to have like maybe top scorer, top kills, top scorer, and if one of those two was most time on objective, then you have, or if it was TDM. But if it was TDM, obviously most kills, most score, and then other one I would do is maybe like most assists, most melee kills, most streaks called in, longest streak, like something like that. That's a little cool. But okay, so there's also play of the game along with the team MVP stuff that happens. And speaking of play of the game, let's talk some bugs. They're not that bad. They're not Battlefield's beta bad, but there's some play of the games that are like nothing happens. And sometimes the plays just, they aren't the play of the game. Like, I've gotten play of the game with like a triple kill, but I had a Fury kill, multiple Fury kills in the same game. I don't know if I was filming them, but I'll see if I can find it when I go at it. Other bugs include some transmission errors when I'm playing with friends. Like if I queue, we all queue, and we get disconnected due to transmission error. I'm not sure if it's an internet issue because we like switch party leaders, and when I hosted it, we were able to get in just fine. I'm not sure what that is, but the other friend can host like in Warzone or Cold War or Modern Warfare or whatever, and they can get in just fine. So I'm not really sure what the issue is. But the other thing that really has been bugging me, because I didn't get this on film and it's really frustrating me, is blind fire. I want to know in the comments how many of you didn't even know this was a feature until I just mentioned it, because it is so inconsistent. Like when you can use it, you get to like look at a door frame. I think is how you get it. You get to like, and then you just hold left click and it just like peeks for you. I think is how it works. But like you have to like perfectly place your crosshair on this exact pixel, and it is just miserable. I really think that I like the idea. I really like it. Like just you don't know who's there, and you just randomly peek and shoot. But there needs to be some consistency as to how you do it, and if it is consistent right now, it is way too hard because I didn't even know about it until it's like 5:10 on Monday. I didn't even know about it till like 4:30 on Monday, and I played it all weekend. I don't get how it works really. Someone knows, let me know, but I doubt a lot of you knew what it was. Another decently big flaw is the lack of Warzone integration off launch. As the COD most people are playing, and most people are going to be playing in a year or 6 months, there needs to be some integrations off launch for Vanguard. I want to be able to use a fully customized SDG in Warzone right now, but I can't. And I think that really needs to be fixed as of now because I want to use the guns that just came out, but I'm still stuck with the guns that are a year old at this point, and that's not terrible, but I want to be able to use all, like, I think it's 38 guns or something like that. I want to be able to use them, even if the map and stuff aren't ready yet. Just let me use the gun so I can see. Okay, the MP40, it sucks in Warzone. It's gonna just get replaced with the MP5. STG, fantastic gun, kind of like the Krig but better. But I don't know if that's a thing because the guns aren't in Warzone yet. I would love to see those in Warzone coming out soon. If they can do that before the full integration, it'd be fantastic. Other than that, honestly, it's a really good game. So, is it worth your $60? In my opinion, it really depends. If you liked Modern Warfare and you're willing to spend $60 to buy 60 multiplayer maps, bunch of new guns, Champion Hill, along with however good you think the campaign zombies are, which I've heard campaigns mediocre at best, and I've heard zombies is pretty bad. If that's worth $60 to you, then buy it. Personally, if you only have $60 that you really want to spend on games that are coming out soon, it's probably worth waiting until I think Halo comes out like December 4th. Don't quote me on that, but wait till like Halo and Battlefield come out because they have free multiplayer modes. Like in Battlefield, and maybe Conquest is free or something like that. I don't really remember. I haven't followed Battlefield too closely, but if you want, I would recommend waiting till those come out, playing the free mode, saying, okay, I really enjoyed Battlefield's free mode. I didn't particularly like Halo's mode, and I like Warzone. I already like Warzone. I don't know how much Vanguard I'm gonna play. Then you probably want to get Battlefield, and you might just want to wait till then. So, other than that, that's pretty much what I'd say if you're thinking about buying it. I bought it because I'm gonna get probably Battlefield for Christmas, and Halo I have Game Pass. So, as for my rating, I'd give Vanguard's multiplayer a solid 7.5 out of 10. Fantastic game, but a couple like small things hold it back. And it's not fully fledged out in terms of content, like things like One in the Chamber and gun game and gunfight. All of those things, that could really add some content, especially. And if Champion Hill got fixed, and not necessarily fixed, but just made better, because it's trying to replace gunfight, and it's just not good enough quite yet. But the real reason it's not really getting this full 10 is it doesn't, or even a 9, is it doesn't need to exist as a standalone. It's in its life cycle, it'll be overshadowed by Warzone, and at this point, it's basically a Modern Warfare DLC. It runs pretty much the same. I mean, performance-wise, it runs better, but basically, it's just a Modern Warfare DLC. If you like Modern Warfare, you'll like this. But if you have Modern Warfare, it may not be worth it. So overall, thanks for watching, and I'm a new channel, obviously, first video. So if you want about my upload schedule, probably gonna try to do like a little, I don't say lower quality, but a little bit lower effort video, like maybe some just like Rebirth gameplay or something, or I don't know, something that doesn't take forever to script. I don't have to write a script for it, and editing is pretty simple. I'm trying to post those maybe every other day. And I'll try to post more of these like scripted, more background gameplay, more I talk for 20 minutes, or however long this video is. Let's see how long it's actually going to end up being. It is 16 minutes. Okay. I'll make one of these like once a week. Probably next week is going to be what people aren't telling you about the controller versus mouse and keyboard debate in Warzone. And other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.